What's up, YouTube? Back with another video. LA Mamba. It is December 30, 2023. It is Saturday. It is 2:50 p.m. and we're closed for the day. So guys, this is the second video of the Mamba mentality series, where I give my views and opinions of the tire shop business the way I see it. And normally we close at 5 o'clock on Saturday, and like I said, it was 2:50 p.m. Pretty much we had an enormous amount of work. The whole parking lot was full. It's not a good feeling, by the way. You would think it's a good feeling, but it's not, in my opinion. So it goes like this. So check it out. So like you have like tire shops, you drive by and then you see that they're packed. Well, it could be two ways, right? One could be that they get out to work fast. So car come in, knock them off fast, leaves, another one comes in. I want to do the job as fast as possible. And of course, a good work, good job and everything. And keep the line moving, right? It's all about, like, you know, if it's a good pace and you can get the line moving, you make money real good, real fast like that, everybody's happy, everybody has a good experience, and they leave, right? And you drive, like, all right, you drive and you see like the shop's busy and shit, you're like, oh yeah, that's a busy business. But then there's the other way, which most places are like this, which is like today, that's how we were today, was actually, we had a lot of work. You drive by the shop, you can see a lot of cars, but we were really slow today. We had a few employees fall out, and so I pretty much, you know, got another one hired, trained them, and you know, he's a new guy, you can't blame him. He's trying his best, and he's gonna be so this is actually his second day, right? So there's a learning curve he has to do, so it's gonna take a while to catch speed. And in the meanwhile, we didn't have another guy, so we were just pretty much like locked up with work. It was super slow. We were knocking it out. It was pretty much me knocking out the line, and the other guys were just getting stuck. And I was like, man, this is not what it's supposed to be looking like. I got kind of frustrated, and I was just, let's close it. It's over. It's done. This is not what it's supposed to look like. This is not what I'm used to, man. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Everybody go home, rest up, get ready for tomorrow. It's the best case scenario, in my opinion. I don't want the customers to suffer because we have slow service, and I don't want to be frustrated, and our guys too. The line moving way too slow, and customers are just waiting there, and it's like, it's not a good thing, right? It's just not a good thing. I know that's the way it is for like most shops. They take a long time to do work, but this is not the way we do work here, man. It was not a good experience for the customers or for us today, right? So it's like, just, you know, shut it down. Let's just do it tomorrow. Let's you know, get our rest in, get our minds clear, and do it all over again tomorrow. But this time hopefully better, right? This time hopefully better. So we got a lot of good sales today. It was very profitable today, and it was good. I mean, overall, when it comes to money, it was good, right? Like financially, you know, the shop produced, and it's, you know, but not when it came to like productivity, efficiency, you know, a good pace, all that stuff was not good. So here's my thing, right, with the tire shop business. This is what it really looks like in real life. I'm not talking about the slow stuff. It's not supposed to be like that, although it is like that. But I'm talking about when it comes to tire shop business, you're always gonna have your ups and downs, and it's normal, right? You just gotta like adjust. You gotta figure out how you can get another guy here, another guy there, or find another guy. You know, you got to always be on top of that. And you know, one of the guys didn't show up today. You know, that was the biggest thing. If he did show up, we would have been right now working in the front, big old lines. We would have been good. But you know, again, we got undependable people sometimes. Sorry to say it, but it is what it is. And you know, that affects the whole team. And it's multiple people like that, actually. You know, it's not a good thing. I'm just saying that's just the way it is in real life. And most people are not going to tell you behind the curtain things. I will, because, you know, I want to show everything when it comes to good, bad, ugly in the tire shop business. I'm willing to share it. So, but it's not all bad. It's not like, man, I went a little bit of customers, or man, I went negative cash flow. I paid out my money and to the employees, and I was left with like nothing. It was not like that. It goes to show that tire shop business, very, very good business if you can do it right. Especially right now, right? Like holidays are here. You would think it's like slow December 30th, but we were just super packed, and it's just the way it is. I mean, I'm sure we're not the only shop that was crazy busy today. I'm sure most shops were probably crazy busy today, actually. But it's a great business. But again, you gotta know how to handle it. And it's like, for me, it's like, this is the way I handle it. You know, it's just a bad, they just cancel it out. It just whatever it is, close shop early. Although, you know, we did good work, whatever we did, but it was just like, you know, our standards. You know, the customers, they did it. They got their patches good. They got their new tires good installed. They got their good used tires, right? All balanced right. When it comes to that, we did it right. It was just way too slow, right? And even if it's like that, it still works really good for the tire shop business when it comes to like being profitable. So, you know, that's my thoughts there. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. You know, you just roll with the punches and handle it. I mean, it is what it is. And so, but yeah, it ain't like what you think. Like if you're just looking from the outside and you're not in the tire shop business, let's just say you're watching this video and you're not in the tire shop business, and you see, like, you know, whether it's the owners of the tire shop business talking, or they're showing a whole bunch of work at their shop. It ain't always perfect. It ain't always perfect, man. It's like a lot of people are just gonna show you the good parts. They're not gonna tell you about the bad parts. And I'll tell you right now, there's a lot of bad parts if there's not the right moving pieces in the business. There's gonna be a lot of bad parts during the day, just in one day. Man, it's. I mean, you just gotta like figure it out. Like when it comes to yourself, it's like, all right, well, do you feel tired? You gotta somehow rehab your body, rest it, massage it, right? If you're like, your mind is tired, you know, I don't feel like that. I don't feel like my mind is tired, but like, let's say like you gotta do things so not you're tired, your mind not get tired of, which is like de-stress yourself somehow, you know, go to sleep more hours. You always gotta keep adjusting. There's a lot of things. It's not the tire shop business only. It's also gonna be you or your people too. If you see them too tired, it's like, man, I gotta close the day so they can rest or something, you know. But you always gotta figure it out and adjust, and then you'll see it when it's running right. You'll see when it's operating where it's supposed to be, you know, whatever capacity you're at the moment, and it's like, okay, it's running good, right? But if you know you can operate a certain amount and it's not working like that, you're like, oh, there's something's off. You know, today's, you know, it could be just one of those days too. And I feel, you know, maybe, you know what? I'll tell you the truth. I knew it was gonna be a bad day even since yesterday. I just knew it. I knew my pieces were not gonna be good today. I got a bunch of orders. It was crazy busy yesterday, and it's like all those are just mixtures of like a big disaster the next day. If you don't have your your people right. And it's like I knew my guy wasn't gonna come in today. I just, all these things. It was just like, man, just bad after bad, and it just, and what happens when the rubber meets the road, it just, it just happens. Like it happens what is gonna happen. You know what I mean? It just doesn't function right. You know what I mean? It's like if you have a fucking car, you have a Alice twin turbo car, and it's just like you have bad O2 sensor, and you're gonna go like run it, and you're like, oh, it's not gonna perform right. It's a bad O2 sensors, and it's time to change it, but I didn't change it. But it's like, and you go and you run, and you're like, shit, it just ran like shit. Same thing, same exact thing happened here. It's like it was just but whatever it is, man. I mean, we're just gonna come back stronger, work on it, pretty much work on what we gotta work on. And the good thing is, if you know what you gotta work on, if you know the things you gotta do, then you gotta work on it. You gotta get, you gotta just, if someone needs help in a certain area, then make sure they practice that area over and over and over and over and over. If somebody like just doesn't like get something, it's like, okay, make sure. Sometimes you gotta handle it. Like you're like, okay, like it's like, all right, like I know this person's not gonna know where the tires are at, and they're dismounting the tire currently, and it's like, all right, you're gonna have to drop what you're doing, go get the tires, because if you don't, and you know where they're at, and if you don't do that, you're gonna be stuck there a long time. They're gonna be looking for the tires for a long time. So you gotta be aware of things like that. So you gotta be aware and handle it before it happens, if possible. There's a lot of things you can avoid though, which is a very good thing. But again, with on the other side, talking about like, oh yeah, like everything's perfect. This is the way it is. And when it comes to tire shop businesses, or owners, or any kind of business, it's like, oh yeah, it's like the most perfect most perfect business in the world, right? And it's like, oh really? Then why not this and why not that? Or like you can always like see why behind the curtains. You can see why things are not always what they claim to be. And it's like, okay, why not this, and why, and it's just like, okay, then why am I doing this and you're not doing that? Just an example when it comes to businesses. And it's like, I'm focused on this or whatever, right? It's like, yeah, it ain't all gravy and shit, like there's always gonna be problems in every business, and there ain't no like one business that's just like perfect, right? And so like it's just like, it ain't like that pretty much. It's always gonna be something, right? So anyways, let's go into this next gear. When it comes to like where we're supposed to be at with sales and the tires, when it comes to like the used ones, and when it comes to preparation, that's why you gotta prepare all year long pretty much. When you're getting like the used tires, you're gonna be patching them, and you're gonna be buying like supplies, saving them so when you need them. Buying tires, let's say you have a certain amount of tires that you are put a standard for yourself, and a lot of times it doesn't feel good when you have to you're like, damn, I gotta buy more, but it's because of your standard of like, okay, like they've been selling, you kind of forgot about that they sold, and then it's like you go check, and then you're like, oh shit, I gotta order these, and it's like by the time you check, it's like freaking 10 sets you gotta order. It's like, damn, it's expensive. But the point is, you do it, you pay the price, and then when the work comes, they sell. Then you remember why the hell you did everything you did of like why you checked the inventory, why you ordered the tires, why you have it in stock, and then and so you do that, and it's like, damn, like example, like today, we sold a couple of discounted tires, and then we sold Some brand new ones, 2023, 185, 60, 15. Just an example. We sold a whole bunch, but just an example, right? So the other ones were like, okay, I invested for my future. At the time, it was a big ass choke and grow, right? When you spend your money, you become broke again, but you become bigger. And of course, you get bigger and you can make more money, right? Potentially. So, you know, spending all this money in the past and just like, damn, like, you know, but you want to do that when you're ready for that. You do that. You buy a bunch of whatever it is. Just example, tire shop business. You buy a bunch of tires that were like on special. They sell, but they sell slower. That's why they're on special, right? Usually they're on special because they sell slower. But you do that, and it just trails like 2 here, like 2 there, 2 here, 2 there, like for like months, right? It's like that. It's super slow. 2 here, 4 there, 2 here, 2 there, like very consistent. Like for me, it's kind of like an everyday thing. When I saw like actually no, sorry, I sold 3 pairs of discounted tires today. I just remember I sold some Goodyears too. 245, 45 20s, 225, 55 18s, and can't remember the last 2. It was actually the main reason. 255 35 19. Those also. And then I sold the 185 65 15, but the 2023s. And so like I ordered tires like recently, and it's like, man, I gotta order these fucking tires again, right? 285 60 15s on the average. So anyways, I did the inventory. I ordered the yesterday. I get them in. So it's kind of like you order one day, you get them the next day, right? So I ordered the day before. I got them in yesterday, and then I sold them today. But it's just someone that walks in like, oh, I want to buy them, you know, like, oh, I want to buy this size. Do you have it? Yeah, all right, let's do it, right? And it's just like, man, it's just like sales and sales and sales and sales, right? And then you think, like, well, that's why I do what I do. That's why I prepare ahead of time. That's why I order my tires. That's why I pay the price and paying the fucking tires. Because, again, they ain't cheap, man. Fucking tires are expensive. If you buy, like, you know, I buy, like, probably, like, on average, from, like, 10 to 15 tires a day, and brand new. And when it comes to, like, kind of, like, stock, I'm talking about, like, tires that I kind of keep in stock, you know? And so, like, it's like, man, over and over, and here comes the bill, right? But when you have them and they sell, and like today was a big like monster like push when it comes to that. It was like, let's say, I don't know what it amounted to, like let's say $1,000, right? Just on like those set of tires. Then it's like, man, that's what I'm talking about, man. and it's like those tires, I did it because I had the money at the time, kind of, or I was kind of like in the way like, I'm gonna do it now. Number one reason, they're available now. They're not gonna be available later. There's a good price right now, and I'm already in the mood to just keep buying, right? And it's like, okay, they sit there for a couple months, and then boom, like a bunch of sales, right? And the good thing is that we judge our sales and the tire shop business per day. Like that's what I do. I'm sure most, and I talk to my friends, and all of us judge the sales per day. And I know the bigger guys judge it per quarter, per month, or whatever, per week. But we love to judge it per day. It's more. To me, it's more accurate. You know, if you can measure your cash flow per day, than it is per week or per month. It ends up being the same thing if you add it all up, but you can really see it if it's every fucking day, right? And so then you get like a big jump. Let's say like today, just on a few tires. And by the way, that's just a sum that we had way more than that sales today. But they just call it like the very profitable ones that when it comes to like, okay, what I gotta buy now? Well, it ain't those, right? It ain't those. I don't gotta buy that again. That just goes. Money just sales to the bank account, right? Go sales to the pocket. And then when I'm buying something else, I can use that money for something else. Whatever it is. I mean, whatever. If I want to order extra more for stock or whatever it is, to me, I'd rather be very consistently ordering those $10, $15 per day when they sell, whenever I need them, to have them in stock. And pay that amount over and over and over, compared to like I just told you, oh yeah, I forget a couple days and I have to order 10 sets, and it's like, man, that was like a big chunk of expense I had right there. 10 sets, let's just say. Then it's like, I'd rather have it like consistently just pay, and then just get them in, just, you know, and sell them and turn it. And at the same time, you're more aware of what you have, and things can happen where like I just told you, I order one day, I get them in, and then I sell them the next day, and then it's like profit right there, right? So the point is, it's very good for the tire shop business if you're doing it like that. You're staying consistent, you're making money, and customers are happy that you delivered on what you say you were gonna do. And if you can't, it sucks. Like that's how I don't really, when people ask me, just an example, how much time is it gonna take? Well, and I always say, well, okay, we got those cars right there. They look at the cars, and then after that, you're next and shit, you know. I don't know how long those cars are. I don't tell them that, but I don't know how long they're gonna take. They should take about this much, but it'll take longer. Then, you know, I didn't say a time, so they didn't expect, oh yeah, like 30 minutes past, it's not 30 minutes. You know what I mean? Even if you say, I think it's gonna take around 30 minutes, and it's like 40 minutes. In their mind, they think that you said it's gonna take 30 minutes. When you said around, like, I don't know, you said around, I don't know, but around 30 minutes. Well, 40 minutes is around 30 minutes, so you're correct. But people will take it as you said 30 minutes, right? And they're not gonna complain to you. They're not gonna say that, but they get frustrated, and you don't want people to get frustrated. So I don't tell them time. I tell them work, like cars, and they can see them like, oh, okay, I'm after that car. So when that car leaves, they know they're next, and that's what I do. It's just less stress for them. Anyways, yeah, so that just, you know, grinding every day. You come into a lot of things like that. That's why when you're in the game, you have like, man, daily experiences, and that's why you can just talk. You know, I can talk to people about this because I'm actually in the freaking trenches with my team, knocking shit out, and actually being the best one in my opinion. You know, like I knock out the cars the fastest, and you know, if you have a team that's stronger than you, faster, then then you're in trouble, right? But if something happens like this, like where everybody kind of like is messing up and all that, but you're the best one, and you're helping them out, knocking them out, then you're cool. You no problem at all. You just keep everything smooth and everything operating good, and in reality, you know, who's it gonna benefit? It's gonna benefit you if it's like that. You know what I mean? But anyways, this is what it is now, and we're gonna continue going hard. Tomorrow we continue. Tomorrow we open up at 9 o'clock. We're gonna close at 2, and the battle continues. Let's see if we can run it back, right? Let's just see if we can run it back and do a better job tomorrow. Everybody get rest. Everybody massage your muscles. Do what you gotta do, man. But let's just be better than we were today. All right, guys. I'm gonna let you guys go. See you guys next time. Mamba out.